Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. As if the channel hasn't got enough. Totally haven't used that one before. Last time we beat Candace, I talked about Denver. Talked about other things. And I genuinely can't remember what I talked about. So, you know what? We're just gonna just keep going. What am I looking for? Looking for something. That's a lot of TMs. What am I? Oh, yes, Super Repel. Don't want to run into those pesky wild Pokemon. But, anywho, today, what do I have to talk about today? Jeb, don't even think about it. I urge you to not even bother. Keep out of Team Galactic's way. Pokemon HQ and Vilestone. What's going on, Jeb? Couldn't do anything. Well, that's not really new. You kind of suck. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's just it. Alright, town map. Where do we gotta go? Vilestone? At least we can get some neat drip there. See if they got any other costumes and accessories for the Pepsi Man. So let's find out. I think this is it. Yeah, there it is. Alright. No, there we go. Aha! Yes, I'd like to shop. Do you have any more drip? Who looks at this and thinks this is casual? This is not casual. Cyber style, the Gengar jacket, overalls. That's it. I could have sworn there'd be more. Why is that Gengar jacket so much? Leather jacket. Oh my god. Yeah, no, never mind. Actually, I should probably sell a lot of things in my bag because I've been collecting so much stuff throughout the entire journey and I haven't sold any of it. And this is Vilestone, so I could make major profits. So let's do that. No, do not use another one. Well, we didn't end up making as big of a profit as I thought, but we got something and that's really all that matters. One thing I don't like about Vilestone is that I genuinely forget what is on what floor in the department store. Like, I was just trying to find some Pokeballs, alright? I went to the second floor, they started offering me drugs to take. It basically was a GNC. I basically walked into a GNC on the second floor. I'm like, I don't need supplements, I need Pokeballs. Wait, but isn't this where I gotta... Wait, what? Gave you a key, storage key. Yeah, I'm just trying to continue on the game, guy. But yeah, I genuinely hate it. Like, was it? Is it Celadon City in Pokemon Red and Blue, where they had the gigantic shopping center? I think it might be Celadon. But I mean, at least that one's kind of a little more organized. I don't remember. I don't know. It's been so long since I played Pokemon Red and Blue. Oh, yeah. Harness the energy. Special keys needed. Oi, you got a key? No? Oi. You got a key? Nope. I genuinely forgot where this guy said the key was. Ah, the storage key. I should start reading a little more. But you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that except me. Kinda. I don't know. I've made the I kind of gave up on One Piece, and by gave up on One Piece, I mean watching it. I started reading it just because yeah, pacing ain't really the best, so I'm just reading it. And honestly, I think I'm preferring the read over the watch. Is it easier to just sit down and mindlessly watch an episode of One Piece? Yeah, of course it's easier, but I mean, there's scenes where I wish I could just fast forward through, like in the, what's it called again? The Bautista, the Dave Bautista arc, where they fight a crocodile like that. And there's so many times where I wish I could have just fast forwarded through all of the just overlooking people just fighting. But I couldn't do that. You know how long it would have taken for me to look at a picture of people fighting? Like not even 3 seconds. Not even 2 seconds. I probably would have just skipped the page and come back just to look at everybody. Cause, you know, when people draw manga panels and they have like those gigantic fight scenes, if there's like giant sprawling armies all across the place, you know, you're not gonna put detail into every single thing. So, what do? You just put little blobs. And that's what I'm there for. I'm there for the most derpiest looking. Wow, derpy. When was the last time you heard that? But I'm here for like the most derpy looking character designs you got. So I really enjoy the art for Demon Slayer, if you've never read that. And I've seen people all, I don't know if the opinion has changed, but I always see it that everyone's like, Demon Slayer's art is kind of garbage. And by that they mainly mean the manga, because I mean it kind of is, but art's subjective, you know. I mean, yeah, The Promised Neverland season 2 looks pretty good, but the story, now that good graphics don't make it. All right, that's all I'm saying. Oh, look, she finally can learn Psychic. You know, the move that she should have had at level 30, not Dazzling Gleam. Bronzor, yeah, we're gonna send out the rock. Why wouldn't I send out the rock? But anywho, yeah, well, but in the time of recording this, season 2 of Demon Slayer has just ended. I haven't watched it for some reason, but my wife sure has. And Attack on Titan's still going. I've tried to finish my collection of Attack on Titan in manga form, but for some reason I never do. Like, I haven't been to Barnes and Noble for a few weeks, right? And that's just because I'm like, oh, I'll save everything for a long trip, for a big trip where I get a lot of stuff. And this time I went, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my Mikasa back, all right? And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some Attack on Titan. I got no Attack on Titan. And it's not that I couldn't get it, it's just that I'm very particular about things. Some say OCD, others say I'm just stupid. But oh lord, alright, so here's the thing. When I first started collecting manga, alright, I started with Attack on Titan. And I had volumes 1 through 4, then I had 5, 6, and 7, and then I had 9, 10, 11, etc. It bugged me. Every time I went to Barnes & Noble, I looked so hard for volume 8. For like 3 weeks straight, going to Barnes & Noble on the weekend on my day off. I could not find volume 8 of Attack on Titan for the life of me, until finally one day walk into that Barnes & Noble and I see that number 8. Oh, I was so happy. I was so happy. And then you want to know what was in stock every single week after when I went to Barnes & Noble? Volume 8. It tends to be a curse with my wife and I whenever we do go to Barnes & Noble, because there's a manga called Sweat and Soap, and it don't let the name fool you. It's pretty good. I haven't finished reading it yet though, but it's pretty good. All right. And when that first was coming out, at least as far as I know, I think it was on volume like 8, but whatever. When that was coming out, we went to a Barnes & Noble, and I saw it. I had seen a TikTok about it, and I'm like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. But if I get it, I'm probably gonna be given the strangest looks by my wife. So I'm like, yeah, I won't get it. Come to find out, she was gonna get it too, but we were both just thinking no, because we're each gonna give each other that "what is wrong with you" look. So ultimately we're like, alright, well, I work all week, so we'll go next week. Alright, cool. Next week comes by. Alright, let's go get volume 1, because they had like volumes 1 through like 7 or 8, whatever it was at the time. I'm pretty sure it was like volume 10. And we're like, alright, let's go get volume 1. Come to find out, there's no such thing as a volume 1 in stock. But we had volumes 2, 3, 4, and everything else. And it's like, no, that's not gonna work. Like a few weeks later, finally we got volume 1, and we started collecting the entirety. It's only 11 volumes. It's not a very long running series. It probably won't get an anime though, because it's kind of questionable. But yeah, it tends to be a horrible trend where we want to get something and there's a volume 1, but we're just like, I'm not gonna get it today. I already have all of these other ones that I've been wanting to collect. And then finally we decide, oh, let's go collect it, and there's nothing in stock. It's like, wow, that's painful. It actually, that happened today. So because I've been getting into One Piece and reading it, I thought, all right, cool. I'll start my collection now, and I'll go get me some One Piece. And I swear, all right, I checked all week. I'd log on to Barnes & Noble. I'd look up One Piece Volume 1 all week. We have Volume 1 in stock. Cool. Finally, the day came today when I'm recording. And I'm like, alrighty, I'm gonna go pick up my Volume 1 of One Piece. When I get there, there is no such thing as a Volume 1 of One Piece. They had volumes 85, 87, 97, 98, but no Volume 1. Not even like a random volume 40. So I would have taken like volume 30 something. Anything in the lower, because right now where I'm reading, it's Skypiea. That probably doesn't mean anything to a lot of people, but that's where I'm at right now. Alright, they're fighting the Kami guys, and then they're gonna fight the Thunder Kami guy. What's his name? Eneru? Yeah, they're gonna fight him. How do I remember the places? No, the people, but not the places. You know what? Screw it. But yeah. So that's where I'm at right now, and I think that's like volume. I think it's barely reaching volume 30. I'm pretty sure it's volume 29. But yeah, they had like 80s and 90s, and I'm like, I want to start my collection, but that's not where I want to start it. All right. Closest I have to anything with One Piece is literally just a Luffy pop that I found somewhere. Normally, once I start getting into things, I like collecting pins. I like collecting a pop if possible. But with One Piece, it's literally just that single pop. I got more JoJo's, like more JoJo volumes. Part 1 I have completed. So satisfying, because it took so long for me to be able to find volume 3 of part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's a mouthful. But wow, no one's effective. The Rock, you know what to do. Yeah, there's really no one else. So The Rock, go out there. So yeah, I have my part 1 complete. I have part 2. I just need to get the volume 4 of part 2, and that's complete. Parts 3, 4, and 5, those are going to be a while till I finish. Part 5, just because nothing has released. And parts 2 and 3, not 2 and 3. Parts 3 and 4, because it's just so long. There's a lot of volumes, and they're hardcovers, so they're pretty pricey. So to get 3 of them in one trip is kind of concerning. But I had to scratch that itch, you know. I had to be, you got some more manga? Yeah, I got some more manga. What about it? And I've also finally started My Hero Academia. Well, not started, but I started collecting it. And I have to get this out of the way right now. My Hero Academia has literally the worst spines of a manga that I have ever bared witness to. bore witness to? Have ever bore witness to? So I'll let someone with grammar correct me, but bared. The point is that the spines in My Hero Academia suck absolute butt cheeks. All right, so let's take the Promised Neverland for example. All the spines just say the Promised Neverland, and they have like a small snippet of like the cover art. Simple. Everything's uniform other than the cover art. That's cool. It's just a small piece. Yeah, not quite so for everything else. Oh, did I seriously skip all the way to the end only to need to go all the way back? That's painful. But, alright, so we got that, right? Then you also have the 7 Deadly Sins manga. Same thing. They're words and a little picture that forms a giant picture once you collect all of them. Simple, right? Yeah, of course it is. It's common sense. Why would you complicate things? Noragami has multicolored things as well, but at least it's a little more uniform. Like the colors coordinate, you know? It's kind of hard to explain it, but at least it's not that much of an eyesore. My Hero Academia will have the red coloring on a purple spine with all the spines have characters on them. All right, it's pretty cool, but it's just it's such an eyesore. It's so there's too much on it that like it feels cluttered and overwhelming. That's probably the best way I can describe it. But I don't know, dude. It's weird. Let's test out Arctic Blitz. But I don't know. It's sad because I like My Hero Academia. I liked watching it and I loved reading it because you can say what you want. All right, My Hero Academia. Yeah, it's got that fan base, but the show and the manga itself is pretty good. I binged all like 300, not really 300 chapters, but I caught up to like the 300th chapter in like the span of a week. Like 150 episodes or chapters just gone. And I enjoyed every single second of it. Was that my last super potion? Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. That was my last super potion. All I have are hypers. I'm not going to use a hyper potion on Pedro. I mean, that's kind of rude, but I mean, no, that's a waste. He only has like 20 HP taken out. Take it. That can make or break any situation. Oh, the Galactic Key. Yes, use the Galactic Key. Oh, does that mean I can finally get out of here? Oh, neato. Alright, yeah, let's just go fight the boss already. But, what was it talking about? Oh, right, the My Hero Academia. Yeah, it was it's pretty cool. Spines suck absolute butthole, but the show as a whole, great. Well, I always tend to do this. So whenever I edit, right, I kind of have these cues, if I can say it, to where I let myself know, hey, this is where you're gonna stop the audio, and this is where you're gonna cut it, and then I'll be quiet for like a good 30 seconds, and then out of nowhere I'll just be and that'll cue me to be like, oh, okay, gotta edit now. And right, like, while I'm ranting about My Hero Academia, there's gonna be like a noticeable cut, and there's gonna be just me skipping around, and then it's gonna lead to me talking about me editing, about me talking about My Hero Academia, and the cut that you just witnessed that was talking about me talking about My Hero Academia, talking about the cut. Are you confused yet? Oh, I just remembered what I was gonna, what exactly the My Hero Academia talk was leading to. It's kind of gonna lead into, like, how I got more into. Oh, I wanted to do the double battle. Everybody watches Dragon Ball, right? At least everyone knows who Goku is, all right? Everyone knows that he can solo any verse, all right? Everybody knows it. So in my mind, I see Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and to an extent Naruto as anime that you don't count. And what I mean by that is they're shows that are so well known, like, in the Western world, and sure, to an extent they weren't, but like nowadays they're like, oh, what was your first anime? Oh, it was Naruto. It was Dragon Ball. Like 80 people say those, like 80% of people say those two shows. So I don't want to count those shows as, oh, this was my first anime and stuff. Yeah, this could have been a double battle, but no. He had a turn at the last second. Anywho, so yeah, I don't consider, like, if you say your first anime is like Dragon Ball, Naruto, or like Pokemon stuff, like I just don't consider that like a first anime. What I consider like a first anime is something that's not necessarily not mainstream, but not anything involving like the big three. Like if you say, like, maybe even One Piece, I can probably just be like, yeah, I don't know about that one. But for me, like, yeah, I had my fair share of Dragon Ball, and I had my, you know, I got like a small glimpse of Naruto, and by small I mean like one of the games on the Xbox 360, like way back. And I beat that game, as far as I know, that goes up to whatever that dude with the gigantic sword is in like the first season arc thing. I don't know exactly, but all I know is the guy has a big sword, and that's all I remember from Naruto. I don't know. I don't really find an interest in Naruto. I don't know what it is, yet I'll sit here and try binging One Piece. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to watch Naruto. I don't want to do it. I'll go through One Piece like I am now before I even dare to look at Naruto. I just healed everybody, and there's a freaking bed right here. Oh, wow. 10 out of 10, bro. 10 out of 10. Is that what I get for bashing Naruto? I waste resources. That's probably what I get for bashing on Naruto, but I don't care. I still will never not. I mix my words up. But I still will not watch Naruto until I finish One Piece. Or at least catch up to One Piece. And that's a promise. Let it be known that on Pokemon Part 23, I made that declaration. My first real, like, what is that anime? Ranma 1/2. And I can't remember exactly what volume I read, but I know I read one. And I liked it. It was funny. It was cool. And then I started looking up the anime, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. I think the furthest I've gotten on Ranma 1/2 was episode, like, I think it was like 15, anywhere from like 15 to 21. My wife and I watched it. It was pretty cool until we stopped because I canceled Hulu because Hulu. And then from there, I consider that like my personal big three. Like, you know how you have One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto as like the big three for Shonen Jump? Well, for me, my first big three of getting into anime is Ranma 1/2. And I would take a break from anime. Like, I started so many series. You have no idea. Like, Nisekoi, I got through like 2 episodes and I dropped everything. What else was there? There were so many things. Sergeant Frog, I made a TikTok about having that one. I like it. Only saw like, actually no. Well, Sergeant Frog isn't that big 3 of anime that got me into anime. And I think I got up to like episode 80 of that. Like, I was in for it. I watched Future Diary. I've seen the entirety of it. And when I tell you that I can't remember much of what happens in that series, I mean it. Like, I saw that when I was a sophomore in high school. Like, it's been a long time since I have seen Future Diary. I should give it a rewatch, and then, you know, I'll come and talk about it on Pokemon. But I don't know. It's been so long. And while I would, you know, keep watching stuff and dropping stuff, Fairy Tail was one that I got like 5 episodes into, and then it just despawned. Ultimately, like, the last anime that would finally just kickstart me into getting back into it would be My Hero Academia. Alright, I have seen the first 2 seasons of My Hero Academia so many times. Like, that was my thing in college. And that was when season, like, I think it was 2 and 3 were coming out. Or no, not. Yeah. No, wait. You know, yeah. Because in season 3, I'm pretty sure season 3 was when they fought. Was that when they fought the muscle dude in the forest? I'm pretty sure it was. So that's when I was like really getting into it. And I read all of that in manga form. Because that's how, like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be better than everyone else, and I'm gonna read this. And that's what I did. I read that, and then I stopped for a bit, and then I got animated, and I'm like, oh, cool. Let's see how it does it. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Intros are pretty cool, too. And then it got to the arc where they go do those training things for their provisional hero licenses. I think that's what it was. And that's when I stopped reading, and then that's when they started animating it, and then I took a break. I think that was season 4, because I think right now they're gonna start season 6, and all of season 5, I didn't watch anything regarding My Hero. It wasn't until my wife went and started watching it where I'm like, well, maybe I should watch this. Maybe I should just. As my wife was watching it, I was knocking chapters out, guy. Like, I was into this. Finally, we both caught up, and that's when I just kept going, and finally I've caught up now to My Hero Academia. Oh, so good. It's up there as a top 3. Follow-ups to getting into anime and continuing it are, have you not seen the thumbnails for this series? You got Jojoblio and his mildly average voyage. 7 Deadly Sins was pretty fun, except the animation was janky towards the end, but that's what manga's for. Read it. Reading's good for you. You can read scripts, you know, you don't embarrass yourself like I did in Pokemon Arceus. You know, like, I see you are indeed strong. You know how much brain power that took? Not much, because I'm reading manga. Oh, but yeah, it's not. I don't want to say it's hard to be getting into anime. You just have to find something that fits your taste. I like stuff that blows up, alright? I like weird, crazy stuff, hence, you know, the mildly average voyages. Did I just get the Master Ball? I wasn't paying attention, I was going on a tangent. Correct, Mount Coronet, yada yada yada, new beginnings, whatever. Whatever you say, guy. But, yeah, you just gotta pick your stuff. I'm not really the biggest thing on Slice of Life, so I kind of don't really care too much, although I found a show called Laid Back Camp. It's pretty fun. It's a slice of life. I know I just said I don't like them, but I mean, I'm trying to expand my taste, alright? I'm trying to get into different things. And it's working. It all depends. Komi can't communicate. That's a fun anime. It's wholesome, as they say. What the? Who am I fighting? I just fought somebody. Oi! This man said Pokemon Moon. You know, I want to send Arctic Blitz out, but I'm scared that she's gonna get one shot. But you know what? It's all about risking it for the biscuit in this place. And in this house, we risk it. This guy used Reflect. Imagine using moves that require brain power. Nah, we just use Hex. Of course they survive. They always survive with the small rain. Wait, what the? What is this man planning? He's using Rain Dance. I'm kind of getting scared. I wish my Pokemon had Thunder, because when you use Rain Dance and you use Thunder, it guarantees a hit pretty much every time you use it. My friend learned that the hard way. But that's a story for another day. And by that, I mean the next part. Ah, what the heck? This battle should take... Alright, so, in 9th grade, I believe it was, we went to SeaWorld. It was either 9th grade or 10th. I'm getting confirmations it's 9th grade. So in 9th grade, we went to SeaWorld. Don't ask me why, I can't remember for the life of me. And, we went to SeaWorld, and on the way there, you know me and the boys gotta be, wait, what's happening? Oh, I thought he fell asleep. So you know, the boys gotta get the DSs out, and we had our, we just had Pokemon games. I can't remember which ones they were, just Pokemon in general. We boot up our games, we link them. It's time to battle, and as one of my friends uses Fly, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just use Thunder. You know, if it misses, it misses. It's a noble sacrifice. And it wasn't raining. I just remembered it wasn't raining in the game. He's just using Fly. So this also proves another point, which is that if your opponent uses Fly and you use Thunder, it is automatically a knockout. Because all I hear from like the other side of the bus is, oh no, and all I hear is this Pokemon just go, and it just dies. Oh, it was amazing. Like, how did he do that? Like, I don't know, I just used Thunder. It's like, it one-shots when you're flying? Well, apparently it makes sense to me. Doesn't it make sense to you? Because it 100% makes sense to me. If you're in the air and there's thunder, or not thunder, if there's lightning, of course it's gonna hit. Oh, that same friend that I was battling with, I'm gonna probably end it on this, but one time during lunch, we had a burrito, right? Oh, one of us had a burrito. I'm pretty sure it was him. And it was like, oh, we'll warm it up. We don't have anything to cut the burrito with. What do we do? I'll tell you what we did. So we went into our biology teacher's classroom, and we're like, hey, do you got anything we can cut this with? And he's like, no, not really, sorry. And we're just staring at the burrito. We're like, what do we do with this? How are we supposed to cut this? And my friend says, I got you. This man lays the burrito down on the table and proceeds to karate chop it. I am not lying. We put the burrito down, and all I hear is "Wah-cha!" and then bam, smacks the table, and well, our burrito was cut in half. This genius burned himself. This is a good day. I got half a burrito, he burned himself, everyone had a good laugh. What more could you want? Maybe some actual cutlery. Oh, I love that story. It always gets me. And my wife hates it because it just proves how incompetent me and my friends are. Oh, but that's gonna be it for now. Who knows when this is gonna go up and when anything's gonna go up. I have like all the time in the world to currently do anything I want. So as far as we know, this could be coming out at like 2 in the morning. It probably won't, but it's nice to know that it could. But I'm gonna take a break now, and I will see you all next time where we will stop Team Galactic at Mount Coronet Summit.